guys, it's Tal. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. So it's Sunday. Today was the last Sunday parade. We have Monday and Tuesday, but I did get a little burnt, as you can tell. I'm a little toasty, roasty, but it's all good. We had a great day. The weather was good, other than the sun for a little while. But anyway, so let's talk about some of the books that I read this week. So the first one is The Therapist by B.A. Paris. Now this one I had been looking forward to reading. It was okay. Like, it was a pretty good book, I'm not going to lie. But it's not, like, afterwards it's like, didn't really want to read it that bad, but it was enough to pass the time. So this one, for me, we have Alice and Leo. They just moved into this newly renovated house in the Circle. It's like this exclusive gated community, and they got a heck of a deal on a house there. And this is like a new relationship, like where they're going to move in together after a while of dating, kind of long distance type thing. And she was able to keep her cottage. If it didn't work out, she could just move back. So she agrees, and everything seems fine, but then things get a little bit weird because she finds out that there was a very bad incident that happened in the house with the former resident, which was Nina. Nina was a therapist, and she kind of gets obsessive about Nina because, little did we know, Alice had a sister named Nina who died. And anytime she hears the name Nina, like, she relates that person to her sister. Like, were they alike? Could they have, the same whatever? So at this point, she figures it out, and she's really upset because her partner kept it from her. And then she becomes so obsessed that she wants to solve everything that happened, and she keeps questioning the neighbors, and they're not having it really. She'd be like, "Oh, I have a question," and it turns into like 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, and it's just a lot. But nobody wants to talk about it, and the more she kind of digs, the less they want to speak to her anyway. But then things start happening in her home. Like, she notices random things happening, like something moving or something being placed there that shouldn't have been. And she's trying to figure out if she's going crazy, if these things are happening, like how they're happening. And then we finally figure out what was going on, but it was like at the end. We have to wait so long to even get a hint of what is actually happening. And I just feel like if it would have been revealed, maybe something more, a little bit further, away from the ending, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But if you like a psychological, like a domestic thriller, something along those lines, You'll like this for what it is. It won't be your favorite, but it'll be definitely something you can pass the time with. Like I said, I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. Some things irked me, but all in all, it passed the time when I needed it. Okay, so for the second book, we had Apples Never Fall by Leanne Moritari. She was the author of Big Little Lies and 9 Perfect Strangers. So in this book, we have the Delaney family, and we have a husband, wife, and 4 kids. The wife goes missing, and the question is, do you report it to the police? Because at this point, the only suspect that seems to be a suspect is your father, and you don't really want to turn your dad into the police, but you really don't know who your mother is. So in this one, we have the Delaneys. They are a tennis family. Mom and dad were young tennis players. They kind of could have went somewhere, but they decided to settle down and get married. They had 4 kids. They went ahead and made Delaney's tennis academy type thing where they coached tennis players. Each of their 4 children played tennis, and depending on who you talk to, whether they were stars, soon to be stars or not, they have all at this point found different careers. And mom and dad have sold the business after 50 years of marriage, and it's time to settle down, the golden years, and then possibly grandchildren on the horizon, who knows. But one night there's this knock on the door for the mom and dad, and there's this girl named Savannah that shows up at their house. And Savannah gives this story about how their house looked really friendly, and she has this whole story drawn up, and they let her in, and they help her, and she moves in or whatever. But like I said, mom goes missing. Mom is missing for weeks at this point. After Savannah is nowhere in sight, mom's missing. We don't know what to do. There's an investigation. There's secrets that are revealed, both past, present. Like, we flip back and forth. We find out some information that kind of makes everybody a little sus. But whenever they reveal, it's kind of a silly thing. I didn't see that ending coming. I didn't think that would happen, but it was really cool the way, like, that moment. When you read the book, you'll know that moment happens. It's definitely TV worthy. Like, that would be great to see in a movie. Will they ever have a movie on this? I don't know. But we do know that because of everything that kind of happened, and the police being questioned, there was lots of things brought up that as a family we really need to go over it and see what the heck is going on in your head. Like, what are we missing here? Secrets revealed. People are hating each other. Some are very disappointed. I really wanted to read this one for a while, and I just never did. And I'm glad I finally got to do it because it was worth it for me. I really enjoyed the details that the author put in it, just the way it all unraveled, the big reveal, and the small reveals in between. Perfect. I loved it. Okay, and the third book is What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. Now, this one, for me in the beginning, it was a little bit slow, but it really ramped up. And when it did, my God. So this one is about 3 best friends. 20 years ago, a little bit over 20 years ago, we had Naomi, Cassidy, and Olivia. They were all best friends, and they would go out into the woods, and they had this game they would play. They would explore stuff. It was called the Goddess Game. And then one night, Naomi was attacked. Supposed to be dead. Somehow or another, she survived. She was stabbed 17 times. And between her and the 2 other girls, they were able to put away a serial killer, and he had murdered multiple women prior to this incident. And, they helped put him away. And then the girl who was stabbed, Naomi, she was covered in, she was left with scars, because obviously you get stabbed that many times. But the thing about it is, there was a secret the girls were keeping. They knew what something was in the woods. There was something there, and they kept it hidden because they wanted it to be their little secret. But, if they would have reported what they found, something could have been done. Something should have been done. But they did not. Now we are, like I said, 20 plus years from that, and Olivia has a lot of issues, and she wants to tell the truth. She wants to come forward and reveal what it is, no matter what happens to him. Like, she's just ready to tell the truth. She feels that it needs to be out there so that this particular situation can be resolved. But Olivia goes missing. She goes missing after admitting that to her friends. I guess some people heard about it, and she's just missing. Well, Naomi, she is upset that her best friend Olivia is missing. So her and Cassidy, they go try to look for her. They can't find her. But Naomi doesn't give up. Naomi keeps going and going and going and going. But then Naomi runs into a predicament. And I did not see it at all. At all. Because, see, Naomi went back and found... Sorry, dropped something. She went back through Olivia's things, found some stuff, and she started asking questions. And we all know how characters don't like the questions. They are hiding something. They don't want to be involved. Many situations can come up with that. But this one right here in particular, she keeps asking the questions. And then she realizes that maybe I shouldn't have asked as much as I did, because, my God, wow, all the truth has been revealed to me, and what do I do with it? This one right here, I was shell-shocked completely. Like, whenever they, boom, it blew up. I didn't see it. And I don't think we were meant to see it until they told us to see it. Like, that's how I felt. It wasn't one of those, like, oh, we can solve it as we go. No, I don't feel like that one was. I think that one was, you just need to find it, like, you need to follow this story until I tell you what happened. And boy, did that author tell you what happened. Is this a debut? That's what I want to see. Because I really enjoyed the writing. Like I said, just for a couple chapters, I was like, okay, let's move on, because I know it's going to be something big once we get into it. So, let's see. No, not a... This is her adult thriller debut. And I'm here for it. But she has written horror and thriller for all ages, from middle grade to adult. So, she has other books for younger, but this is her first adult. I am looking forward to more by this author, because definitely enjoyed this one. So, have you read any of these? Did you like them? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.